Detroit Lions taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Green Bay Packers.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the
set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. Ryan Tannehill will be orchestrating the offense, the top 10 pick back in 2012.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
Tannehill's pass.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
A gain of 60.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he will find his man on the outside.
Tannehill's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
And 4. At the 44-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd.
To the air again, Tannehill. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing again is Tannehill. Got him there. It's Tanyan complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards. Good toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Robert Tanyan was the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Again, Tannehill. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Let's go. Ready?
On first down, Tannehill. And that's off the mark, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Tannehill now to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Makes the score Packers 3, Lions nothing.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game.
Loose football. And the Packers pick it up.
Recovered by the kicking team.
And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it's Tannehill. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. And out of bounds right around the 20. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Detroit gearing up for their opening drive here, led by Matthew Stafford, the veteran former #1 pick back in 2009.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved? Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it. First down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At the 23-yard line.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Complete to DeAndre Swift. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 23-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry.
That's good for a Lion.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Second and 11 now. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing the 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now the first carry for Zach Moss. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Moss, the ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Stafford. Catch made here by Campbell.
That's good for a Lion.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. Stafford going to give it to Swift. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Stafford. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive.
82.
But instead, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Campbell making the catch. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try it now with Swift. Oh, I think he went backward. He did. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So the defensive front holding strong there on 4th and inches.
And how about the battle of big people up front? That turned into a leverage game, didn't it? Defensive linemen, they won it. Lower than the offensive guys, pushed them back, knifed through, and made a great play.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Back to throw, Tannehill. And Adams. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Going up top. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start on the ground with Swift and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Adrian Amos on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
3rd down.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Packers 3, Lions nothing.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They'll try and run here with Swift. And flags come in as he gets reserved for about 3 yards. Let's check on the call. Jordan Latoya, one of the steals of the 14 draft, the culprit there. To throw on third down. Stafford. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Well, there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From the end zone, Tannehill. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Jones. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. Jones hit, and the ball's in. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going.
2nd and 4, they could still get a first down without scoring. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
From the gun, Stafford. This is caught. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle.
19-yard attempt.
Puts this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
at their own 20.
And getting set to go again, here's the Lions defense. And a stalemate. We're all even on the scoreboard. These 3 turnovers we get a look at, one of the reasons we're tied.
I think without them, we're probably looking at an entirely different scoreboard, aren't we?
Absolutely.
They have really played well and kept their team in the game, tied up now. Their goal, of course, to get that key turnover that puts their team back in the lead.
Now they're looking for, I guess, a 4th turnover. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Tannehill, looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Complete to
Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it is up.
His kick is good.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Lions 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Oh, he lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
Ryan Tannehill sacked.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Stafford. Throw, but incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Davante Adams in the Packer offense heading back out. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him?
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Tannehill on 1st down. is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's second down and 10.
They'll run it with Jones. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 and 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
A gain of 7. First down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action, Tannehill. Out to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
A loss of a yard.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
Complete to number 42.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Tannehill. Yeah, quick throw here. That's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go. Ready?
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. But I think the ball's out. And the Lions have recovered.
Tannehill on the keeper. A fumble on the play.
Let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline.
Step out.
Yeah, either get down or...
And the mistake. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 11. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
We're on Lions.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They'll run on 1st down with Moritz. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Za'Darius Smith on the stop. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
And this will wind up the Lions' first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
1st and 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Swift. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jack Fox now as he's on to punt for Detroit. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series, so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. And quickly here, and that's complete. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The final shot before the break. Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Moss. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and it's the Chiefs who have the lead in that one. Patrick Mahomes killing it. 3 touchdown passes. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they trail the visiting Eagles at halftime. The Eagles seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. Lamar Jackson has a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, Let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway. And he loses the football a second time. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he returns this to the 22.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll start with the option. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Once again, it's Swift. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
From the gun, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 29, Tannehill gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, what a move. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On first down, they'll start out with Moss. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, Stafford got his man complete over the middle. It's Moss.
Stafford.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for in May, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
From the 50, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stafford. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
DeAndre Swift.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long.
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right.
Tannehill on the keeper.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
First down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Tannehill. Over the middle, it's caught by Adams. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 41 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Buying time to his left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now 1st and 10 at the 11. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Love from the gun. Touchdown, Packers. From 6 yards away. And the Packers add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Swift. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And they'll try the jet sweep here.
The wide receiver, the ball carrier.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
For a Lions
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Swift. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Running is Swift. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 39, Stafford over the middle, complete. It's Clark. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On first down, it's Stafford. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Stafford. And the Lions are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his side and won that route in a big way.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 3 yards out. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
On for the point after. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard
Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Tannehill's pass.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Coverage defensively by Jeff Okuda.
Now Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Packers on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind it. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. And Detroit getting set to go now. They trail by 2 scores in the fourth, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Stafford. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Third and long, it's Stafford. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Makes the score Packers 24, Lions 13.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. First down carry by Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from walking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Gain of 9 yards. And a Packer first down.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 40. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. After the interception, here's Stafford. And this is caught. They got it. And that 2 points. It gets him back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
At the 32-yard line. A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
This is Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And he's got his man on the out route. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the 50, it's Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Lions' 34-yard line.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He's taken down behind the...
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Off play action, Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And the result, a Green Bay score.
21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So Matthew Stafford in the offense. Down by 10. A minute 52 to play. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. Now Stafford. Staying on his feet. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Stafford now to throw. This is intercepted, and that should do it. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Stafford, and this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
To 2nd and 10.
Stafford. And they caught over the middle by Moss. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. From the red zone now, Stafford. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20.
One last throw here for Stanford. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Green Bay, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. But for us, I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.